I woke up early in the morning and began packing the usual items and accessories as always for the first day of the second semester of the 9th grade. As I stood in front of my mirror, I start by convincing myself that school can actually be fun, although high school has always been boring and stressful. My 8-story high school, a white square structure with a hint of blue and grey on the front and the sides of the building. With familiar faces all over the hall, I spotted my friends calling me out from the corner. We shared all the exciting events that happened during the semester break. There was a pin-drop silence in the hall as the ferocious principal, which no students dared to stand against, walked into the hall for a welcome back speech for this new semester. I was drawn towards the stage when a girl who I've never seen before with our school uniform walked into the hall behind the principal. From afar, all I can see is a girl with long hair, black as ebony, with skin as pale as peach and a decent height. After an announcement by our principal, I found out that she would be joining our grade this semester. Our grade waited excitedly in our classroom for the new students as guys and girls gossiped in their own groups. Everything stopped. The skin of hers was as white as snow, and her round shiny black eyes with her black silky hair flew over her shoulder. At that moment I asked myself, what on earth is going on? Everyone was staring at her as she stood in front of the classroom and was introduced by our homeroom teacher. She sat just in front of the whiteboard, while I sat in the opposite corner. It's lunch break, my favorite time of the day, where I can finally be alone and have a nap. She came in, not knowing her name. The new student came in and took out her lunchbox from her bag and slowly walked out towards the exit. It was at this moment she slowly walked up to me with her lunch in hand and asking me, "Do you want to share?" The quiet, gentle voice of hers resonated in my ears and led me to relentlessly accept the offer. We sat facing each other as she opens her lunchbox. I held my breath and gently asked for her name. "Caroline," she said softly. From a closer look, pink freckles could be found on her cheek, and limp and lifeless hair resting on her shoulders. With her round shiny black eyes, it is as if I'm having lunch with a goddess. Day by day, we slowly got used to each other's presence and also understood each other's personality bit by bit. That was the first day with my best friend, Caroline. She is someone I admired deeply during my high school days, and she now works at her father's company. Caroline lives in a very religious family, and I still see her occasionally in church every Sunday. Having a very kind and caring personality, she tends to put herself second despite the sacrifices she has to make and hardships she would go through. She is very independent, but there are also times when she shows her fragility. Like that time during a school trip, she spent hours crying just because she accidentally killed a frog by walking on it. The greatest memory I have of her is when Caroline asked me, the boy who never dared to ask a girl out to prom, just because she knew I was going to prom alone. Caroline, the bestest friend I could ever wish for. She brightens up my day when I'm at my lowest. She gives me hope and makes me know that I still have a purpose in life. This is my best friend, and I hope for the best in her future and to stay in touch with her. Thank you. The end.